about some foot stomping, hand clapping church this morning.
Gracious God, creator of the universe, and yet the lover of my soul. Alpha and Omega, and yet I can call you friend. I don't have to beg you for anything, but I can thank you for everything. God, I thank you because this is the day that you have made, and I can rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you for this day of magnificence and glory and splendor. God, I thank you for life, health, and for strength. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for peace, love, and joy. I thank you for the essence of you that envelops me right now from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. We thank you for this day of manifestation. We thank you for the day of revelation. We thank you for the day of impartation. We thank you as you move in the midst of your people to bring us to the greatest times that we've ever seen since the foundation of the world. Thank you, Lord, that for this time and for this season, you've allowed us to be a part of your move in the face of the earth. I thank you, God, for the revolution that you're bringing forth, God, even in the midst of the earth right now. And I thank you for the opportunity to be a part of what you're doing in this hour, because in the last days, saith God, you said you would pour out your spirit on all flesh. And so now we thank you for the pouring out. God, I thank you for the rain and the move of your spirit. I thank you for fresh oil. I thank you for new wine. I thank you for the new thing that you're doing. I thank you now that it does spring forth. I thank you, Lord, that you've called us to be the head and not the tail. You've called us to be above only and not beneath. You've called us to be the lender and not the borrower. You've called, God, that our storehouses would be full and increase. God, I thank you because even I decree and declare that the people under the sound of my voice, even now, are moving in the might of your strength. Not by might nor by power, but by your spirit. I thank you for those that are the sons and daughters of God that are called because they walk not after the flesh, but after your spirit. I thank you for the rising up of the people of your kingdom. I thank you that your kingdom come. I thank you that your will be done, even now in earth as it is in heaven. I thank you, Lord, because you are moving in the midst of your people mightily as never before. Raise us up, oh God, to the standard of what you've called us to be. God, I thank you for the standard of greatness. I thank you for the standard of holiness. I thank you for the standard of moving as the sons and daughters of yours, and not as vagabonds, not as those that never knew you, not as those that are confused and confounded, but God, those that know who they are in you. I thank you for the knowing. I thank you, God, for knowing you. I thank you for knowing your presence. Thank you for knowing your Holy Ghost power that gives us the ability to be successful. Your anointing that gives us the power to rise up and be called blessed. Thank you for that is in us. Thank you, God, for all things that pertain to life and godliness. Thank you because we are not confused. We are not deceived. And we thank you for that clarity of mind and the clarity of vision that allows us to walk forth as kings and queens, as princes and princesses in the kingdom that walk in the earth. We thank you that we are your beloved, and we rise up as the apple of your eye. We rise up, oh God, as those that you love with all of your heart, and God, we love you back. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for soundness of spirit. I thank you that healing is our bread, healing is our deliverance. By the stripes of Jesus, we're already healed, and we speak forth that healing even now for those that need it. Thank you, God, for every stripe that was taken. Thank you for the bruising. Thank you that he was wounded for our transgressions, bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him. God, with those same stripes we declare and we speak healing in Jesus' name. We give you glory, we give you peace, we give you honor, we give you blessing, we give you might. We ascribe all of these things unto you because they are yours. Thank you, the fruit of my lips giving thanks unto your name, ever giving you all that is yours. Glory, honor, power, dominion, majesty. It's yours. I decree it and I speak it. In the mighty name of Jesus, it is so. Amen and amen.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to welcome you to today's edition of Yes, You O Cubed. What does O Cubed stand for? One-on-one, because it's just me and you. I am your spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman, the spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman, and I'm glad that you joined me on today. It is Friday Eve, you all. Can you believe the week is almost over? It's just flying by, y'all. It's just flying by. It is June the 8th in the year 2023, and it's another day's journey, and I'm glad about it. Thank you for coming in on this Thursday morning. I tell you what, it's a beautiful day. I looked outside my window as the sun was coming up this morning, and I have a beautiful, beautiful backyard. I saw rabbits back there just hopping around and eating the grass. And I tell you, it's just beautiful. The sun was breaking through the clouds and the sky and the trees. And I tell you, it's just beautiful. The trees are blooming. I love having blooming trees in the backyard. I can just look out and see all of God's beautiful nature. That just makes my day. It's that kind of day, folks. It's that kind of day. It's been a lot of rain in these last couple of weeks, but listen, rain doesn't last always. As one songwriter said, trouble don't last always. That's the way life is, and it may rain for a minute. Oh, but April showers bring May flowers. Please believe that. Now, at the end of it all, I want to say I'm happy to be here this morning. If you cannot tell, oh my goodness, good morning to you. I'm going to say it right and quick. because I don't know how long you're going to be here, Tall Pumps, but good morning to you. I tell you, it's a beautiful day. I want to go straight to the VIP section to all these beautiful people. I'm telling you, the VIP section just makes my day every day, going in and seeing who's in there and looking at the conversation, the camaraderie, the friendship, and everything else that's growing and brewing there. I just love it, love it, love it. We're going to start with my brother, truck driver. Our security is in the room this morning, just coming in, bringing all the love, joy, peace, soul, and happiness. That's my truck. That's my Mufasa. That's my guy. I love me some him. He came in this morning greeting the kings and the queens. Security's on post, but running just a little bit late. So listen, he was scurrying this morning, and we got you, truck. We got you. So much mad love to you. Then we had none other than my sis, the poet laureate of the stream, Sassy Cassie. I appreciate you, Sassy. Oh, let me get your beautiful face up there so they can see you. Let me scroll up just a little bit. But there we are. There we are. That beautiful face right there. And then we had KK79. KK79 came in this morning bringing all the love, joy, peace, soul, and happiness. I appreciate you, dear. You're just so beautiful for situation. This is my beautiful soul right here. I love me some her. Look at that face. Look at that smile. Isn't she just precious? I love KK79, also known as KK Michelle. Now, to the three that got in and got their lips, hips, and fingertips on that love seat and in Grandpa Holmes's chair, let's give it to the third person that came in. And listen, they were in here at dark 30, y'all. They were in here at dark 30. Come on, Demon Fox said he's going to hold it down for you. Truck. See, that's the way we do it in the Lions Den. I mean, we just pick up the slack and fill in for each other and just love on one another. I love it. KK Michelle, you know I love me some you, sis. I love me some you. Now, the third person to make it in the Lions Den this morning was... This is my sister, cousin, pastor, friend, Two Tambourines, also known, let me get it. There we go. MCPA 12. That's my girl. Yes, that's why we call her Two Tambourines, because, honey, she comes with 2 tons of fun, double the praise. That girl ain't playing. Y'all see them 2 Tams? That's the way she goes down. I love me some her. And that's a real deal. That's not just a joke. She really, literally, that name was given to her by the Rebel Inc., because the Rebel Inc. came to our homecoming at church one year. And, baby, when I tell you 2 Tams was working 2 Tams at the same time, that's the way she was going forth in that church service. Just a little history if you wonder how in the world did she get that name, Two Tams. 2 Tambourines is how she rolls, y'all, and she ain't playing with y'all. She plays them both at the same time. Yes, 2 Tams. Rebel, 2 Tams. Now, the second person, oh my goodness, and I'm so glad she's in here this morning. The second person to make it into the Lions Den today, Tall Pumps is pumping tall. That's my girl. Congratulations. Sit down right over there next to 2 Tams on that love seat. And y'all know I told you she's on special assignment to come on and get into it, Tall Pumps. Come on and get into it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But listen, I just want y'all to be it well understood. The winner of Grandpa Holmes's chair is none other than DJ Rock and Ron. DJ Rock and Ron. Grandpa Holmes's chair. That's my brother, DJ Rock and Ron. Listen, it's all going down. the king of the chair. He said, listen. Yes, yes, and yes. He said we need a little masculine energy in that chair. We need a little masculine energy on the throne. And DJ Rock and Ron, that's my brother. Ooh, wait. You did it. You did it. You did it. Listen, DJ Rock and Ron came in saying he woke up this morning singing "Won't Be This Way Always." I love this brother. Come on, DJ Rock and Ron. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. We gonna give you a hookup. Now, this is what I want to say too. Come through, come through, come through. That's my guy. Now, to those of you that have been in the VIP section, y'all reach out to me, send me, whisper me. We launched on yesterday our link to Solutions, and it was a great stream. Listen, what came out of it yesterday? I'm telling you, I love the creativity. I love how we're flowing. I love how each of you come in bringing some content and bringing something to the table. We were small in number on yesterday, which was not an issue. It was a great stream, Rebel. It was a great stream. What came out of that stream? Built Black for Black. BBFB, Built Black for Black, and that was given to us by none other than the Rebel Inc. That stream was good. For those of you that are already subscribers in the channel, go ahead and look at it on demand. But for those that have been coming in the VIP section, I told you we had something for you. For those of you all that have been coming into the VIP section, I'm going to give you a pass to come in. For anybody that wants to come in, Solutions, that is every Wednesday at 12 o'clock. I'm giving you a pass for 1 month only. But I want you to be able to come in and see what we're doing over there in the Solutions section. Yesterday was a great stream. That's all I can say. It was a really, really good stream. I want y'all to understand that when we come together and we begin, listen, KK, this is my way of saying thank you to you. Now, I'm not trying to force feed you. I'm not trying to force you in. But for those that have been in the VIP section, I want you to go ahead and send me, whisper me. You're coming for that pass, Yoshi son. Come on and get your pass and come through. And I want to be a blessing to you. Yesterday's session was a great session. It was a good introduction to what we're going to be doing in Solutions. And that's why I said it's only 30 minutes long, 30 minutes every Wednesday. It's a Solutions Lunch and Learn is what I'm calling it. Solutions Lunch and Learn. Listen, KK, you're a blessing to me, baby. You are a blessing to me. So this is why we're talking here in the Lion's Den, and we address the issue, but Solutions is designed to do just that, bring some solutions to the table. So when you come cocked and loaded, come ready to share, come ready to talk. It's 30 minutes only because I'm doing it as a lunch and learn, so that hopefully on your lunch hour, for those of you that are employed, and I know I still may not hit you on your particular lunch hour, but the idea is during the lunch hour, 30 minutes of your time. I hope you get an hour, but if you only get 30 minutes, you can watch it on demand. But 30 minutes of your time to bring thinkers together into a think tank, and we're going to talk about solutions. We're going to actually sit down and carve out ways that we can make this world a better place. Not just talk. What did I say in Solutions on yesterday? Talk is cheap. It takes money to buy land. So listen, we're not only talking it through, but we're getting the money and we're buying the land. That's what we're talking about. Solutions, how we can heal this process and change the experience for the Black folk in this world. Listen, Cassandra, I see this pass won't pass me by. Bringing your thoughts, your voice, and your notepad. That's exactly what it's designed for, and I want you to do just that. I want to say thank you to the Rebel Inc. Because again, as the conversation was going on yesterday, she brought us Built Black for Black. And I want to say listen, BBFB, BBFB, BBFB. And we're already looking. She said, I want that on a shirt. Y'all better look for Built Black for Black because it's coming. BBFB. Mildred Slaughter, that's my cousin. Thank you for liking the stream and so much mad love to you. Come on in here. BB4B. Come on, we'll take that too, Rebel. So listen, get ready, because she launched us a brand on yesterday. The Rebel Inc. launched us a brand, Built Black for Black. Come on, K2 Hoop, don't you like that? We're building something. Please believe it. So BB4B is up in here, y'all. BB4B. Listen, come on, brands. I got to give an accolade to Tall Pumps as well, because listen, Tall Pumps is doing our database. She is our head person for the database creation. And I loved, and I mentioned this yesterday, Tall Pumps, if you haven't seen On Demand yet, because I want anybody and everybody, because it won't just be us. There are others that are coming. My marketing team is going after, listen, and not that anybody's excluded. I want everybody in here, but my marketing team is putting together a program, and we're going after 20 something, 30 something, 40 something. We want those 20s through the 40s. We want y'all completely activated and active over here in the solutions and in what we got going on, because listen, we want these young folks. We want the cream of the crop. We want everybody. We want you in here. We want you functioning. I got some corporate 20, 30, and 40 something year old. I'm talking about some corporate heads. We got some power up in the Lions Den, y'all. BBFB, you better ask somebody, Cassandra. So we're activating these young people. And listen, I want to say this even about MCP 812. Her daughter is the head nurse at one of the hospitals in Tulsa. I'm not mad. We got these young folks and they out here doing the thing. You understand what I'm saying? Want that young, youthful energy. Listen, we got the secret sauce. Y'all, listen, y'all gonna make me. We do. We've got the secret sauce. All we got to do is put all the ingredients in here. And when I tell you this is going to be tasty, this is going to be tasty. BBFB or BB4B, Built Black for Black. We are building something. And these young folks are coming bringing it. I want to say thank you. Tall Pumps. Oh, that's what I was getting ready to say. And I made this acknowledgement for those that will come even in the later time after we've really launched and got going. But Tall Pumps, I just want to say I appreciate you. She took me to task as we were sitting down and figuring out what way did we want to go. Did I knock myself crooked? We were looking at what way do we want to go. I done got to talking and carrying on and then move my stuff around. Hold on just a second. Let me get myself back. I don't know how I did that, but I did. There we go. Okay, there we go. It's still, listen, you ain't gonna worry me this morning. You just ain't gonna worry me, because we doing it up in here whether you likes it or not. You gonna have to cooperate. Now, I want to say this about Tall Pumps. She took me to task, and I'm very glad that she did, because basically what she did, as we were looking at different people, I was beating on this table, and I beat my little thing loose, and I'm trying to, that boss energy, Dr. Dady, that boss energy, Black excellence in the room. Come on in here. I done beat my little thing. I gotta stop beating this table, y'all. I done got so excited and got so happy. Okay, keep your hands off, Regina. Keep your hands off. Now, this is the thing. So we were looking at database systems and all of this, that, and the other. Or as my friend would say, this, that, and the third. Honey 41, come on in here. And at the end of the day, Tall Pumps was like, are any of these black? Are any of these black owned? Are any of these black created? And you know what I had to say. Chef Nobi, come on in here, sis. Nothing but mad love to you. I know I'm off script today, but listen, I'm feeling the flow here, and I ain't gonna back it up. Chef Nobi is a streamer, y'all. With all the streamers in here, please put a 1 in the chat so we can follow you, because I'm off script today, and that's okay, because we just flowing up in here. All the streamers, put a 1 in the chat, and if you're not following anybody that's got a 1 in this chat, quit your wicked ways. Yes, quit your wicked ways. Because listen, I want you to follow them and be a blessing to one another. And I want every last one of you to be in the database. I want you to be in the database so that when we get in the entertainment side, we can follow you and build and support what you're doing. Not just what we do here in the stream, but I want you in the database. But back to Tall Pumps. She took me to task on this point that if we're going to do built black for black, let's build everything. So you know what that means, folks? That means that really it's an open field. I don't care what is currently in existence. When we start looking at built black for black and beginning to patronize and do business in the black market, listen, I don't care what's out there. If you're a creator, if you're an innovator, if you've got ideas and you've got genius, I want you to begin to put it to work. Write the vision, make it plain. We are pushing entrepreneurship. We are pushing black corporations. We are pushing, because y'all, what did we talk about on yesterday? The economic structure. The economics are really what provides and keeps the structure of racism going. And if we're going to change that narrative, we're going to have to change our economic base. So again, I just want to say, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I want to say thank you to those that jumped on the bandwagon early. I want to say especially, we got all kind of professionals in here. Now, somebody said that on the other day. I don't remember if it was Bronx Harlem Girl or if it was My Lock Journey. We got all kind of professionals that come into this stream. Please know that we need all hands on deck. Whatever you're about and whatever you're doing and whatever you provide, we want to come together and unify. When I was talking about a pipeline on yesterday, that's exactly what we're building. We're building pipelines. We are building pipelines. We are going from community to community, from state to state, from nation to nation, and country to country. Because listen, we're talking about changing this experience for everybody, everywhere. Built black for black. We're going to turn this thing around. Now, as I said on yesterday, we're not the only one, so we're going to be doing some networking and all of that good stuff. So when I tell you I'm pumped, I am supercharged, because yesterday was a great day, and I'm so glad for the launch of Solutions Lunch and Learn, 12 o'clock Central Time. And for everybody, be sure to whisper me from Grandpa Holmes's chair. Be sure to whisper me so I can send you your pass. Nothing but mad love, and let's do this. It's on and popping, y'all. It's on and popping. I love it. I love it. I love it. If you know some 20-something, some 30-something, and some 40-something black young folks that are on fire, I definitely want to connect with them. Now, and to those of us that may be just a few years older, listen, I heard when they said the young and the old are going to go for it together. So this is the time where I'm bringing what I bring to the table. And I want to say, who was it? I think it was Demon Fox that whispered me on yesterday. And, you know, I get whispers after the streams, and I really appreciate you. Listen, we free us, Tall Pumps. We free us. And thank you for calling me to task on, we going to have a black database. We going to have a black database creator. We going to do this built black for black all the way from the ground up. And I love you, Tall Pumps. I appreciate you. And let me just say this. Tall Pumps is already meeting with people. For those that think this is just we talking and we just chatting and da 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 da. Tall Pumps is already meeting with people. Tall Pumps, do I have it here? Tall Pumps has already secured the Black Directory from Chicago. She's already met with the folks. She's already had conversations. I'm telling you, Tall Pumps ain't playing with this thing. And that's the kind of energy that I'm talking about. We ain't dragging our feet waiting until, baby, she's out there already doing the thing. Tall Pumps ain't playing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I said this, and I'm gonna echo it one more time, and then I am gonna come by and say good morning to everybody very quickly. But I just want to get this is on top, y'all. This is on top. So I said on yesterday in the Solutions Lunch and Learn stream, and again, that's only in Patreon. You have to be in Patreon to get there. So, and Patreon is a subscription. So, you know, for those, there are different levels of subscription that you can subscribe. But just understand, I'm making it private so that we don't have, listen, y'all remember Briscoe on yesterday? Listen, Briscoe came in here yesterday and Briscoe thought he was going somewhere. But listen, I just want you to know, at the end of the day, I just want to let you know that by the time Shelly Thunder got finished with Briscoe, it was one of these. That's how Shelly Thunder sent Briscoe packing on yesterday. So Briscoe thought he was gonna come in and disrupt this stream, but baby, this is how Shelly Thunder. I looked over, I saw mod actions, and baby, Briscoe was gone. Woo! Yo, listen. Briscoe was out of here. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. So, but this is what, in all seriousness, we're doing it in Patreon, number one, because you'll go watch for those that are going to go in, go watch the on-demand video. It's all explained there. I'm not going to take the time to explain all of that, but I will say this. Because let me get my towel, because I done worked up a sweat laughing at Shelly putting that baby out. I will say this. We have people that come in and heckle. We have trolls. We have folks that really, you can't. This is what you guys got to understand. Just like what Cassandra Isaiah has already said, we got the secret sauce, but sometimes you need to keep the secrets in the sauce. You understand what I'm saying? And when I'm saying that, I'm not talking about any kind of, let me just say this, because we got other forces listening. I'm not talking about violence. I'm not talking about anything negative. We're just talking about building the economic base of the Black community. However, it's not for all ears. It's not for everybody. It's not for naysayers. It's not for folks to just come in and consistently be a monkey wrench in the situation. And this is what I've learned when you, and so, let me be clear, because sometimes, well, why has it got to be subscription? Because listen, number one, we're building something. And if you're going to build something at the level that we're talking, it takes finance. And I'm not, this is no switch and bait where we going to collect your money, then do something different. That's not my energy. Anybody that knows me knows that's not the way I roll. But some of it is a matter of screening out riffraff. Some of it is about screening out riffraff. Because listen, if you're serious about this thing and you're invested in this thing, and this is something, I'm going to just kind of couple these two things together. I said that I'm watching a young. She's young. She's young. She's older than me, but she's young. She has, with her husband, put together, and I've mentioned this before, put together a homeless program here in Dallas that is absolutely mind blowing. It is absolutely positively mind blowing. Please believe me when I say this. And God has blessed me through BTD Mom and Main Man 68. God has blessed me to come in direct contact and connection with her. I plan to learn everything that I can about this program, because when I tell you she has transformed and done something so phenomenal in the homeless community, just two people. And I want you all to get this down in your shondo, because so many times people are like, I need this, I need that, I need this person, I need that person. She and her husband single-handedly, just two people, built this program after having been on dealing with addiction and having been homeless. And once they got their lives together and committed themselves to, this is the ministry that we want to do. And even though, you know, at the end of the day, this, it's not like, oh, this is churchy, because it's not, there's no church affiliated with it, particularly at its onset, actually, but people are now starting to come and offer their services. But it was not because of a church, any kind of connection there. These are just two people that said, listen, God has done this for us and we want to change this thing around. These two people have built a program here in Dallas that I'm telling anybody that needs or wants to see it, you got to see what God has done through this thing. And when I say two people, I keep talking about two people. One can put 1,000 to flight. Two can put 10,000 to flight. Two people have completely put together an unbelievable program for the homeless without any funding from grant dollars, without any funding. I mean, I'm telling you, now they've got doctors that are coming and volunteering their time to and their services to service the populace of the homeless community. They've got dentists that are coming to come and serve the populace of the homeless community. They've got services that are coming. I'm telling you, they wash their clothes. Listen, they simple stuff. Simple things, but things that at the end of the day has totally transformed the lives and the situations of these people that have found themselves on the street. And listen, it could be any of us. It could be any one of Glenda. I got to take you. If you're here, because I think you're in the Texas area, I've got to take you down so you can see it, Glenda. And when you talk about respect, they respect her. They respect the space. They're orderly. You know, she's like, when you're on the property, you're not going to cuss on the land. Now, it's not because she doesn't believe in cussing, because she cusses herself. Her idea is that, yes, I'll take you down, Glenda. It's in Dallas, down by the fairgrounds. You're going to respect the land because God gave us this land. They went through and bought up a whole city block. Just this woman and her husband. I'm trying to tell you, if one can put 1,000 to flight and two can put 10,000 to flight, think what we can do if we come up with solutions and put this thing in action. So she said they don't smoke on the property, none of that. She maintains complete order. And when people come and want to clown, she doesn't even have to police, because the homeless population police the other homeless population. There's no use of drugs on the property. I mean, and when I tell you the utmost of respect, they cut the grass, they clean up I'm telling you, this is a program that is just like, when you look at it, it's like, how in the world did two people create this whole entire program? And where we often sit back and like, oh, you're going to have this, that, and the other, and so many people and so many dollars. She said she sat down and thought about how to create the showers. Y'all, I'm telling you, how she creates the showers, how she creates the ability for that. And the only thing she does, and I want to say this about BTD Mom, she has the David Ryan Foundation, which is in honor of my nephew who passed away suddenly a few years ago. But this is a continuation of the work that he was doing. The David Ryan Foundation goes out and does some of the similar work and they're going to be active here. She's activating that program here in Dallas as well. So listen, there's some stuff jumping off in Dallas, y'all. Just let it be known. I don't know what was in Dallas before we came, but we here. I don't know what was in Dallas before we got here, but we here. So even with her foundation, the David Ryan Foundation, something as simple to the program that's already existing. I want y'all to get the full impact and vision what I'm talking about, because we can do this. So David Ryan Foundation, along with several other things they do on their own, they have linked in. Let me get the name of this, because listen, I want to call the name of it. Hold on just a second. Okay. Thank y'all. I know that was very uncouth, but I hope y'all didn't see nothing y'all didn't need to see. I do have on clothes, but I don't know. I might have been flashing y'all. Making It Count Incorporated. Making It Count Incorporated. That's the name of the group organization right there. Making It Count Incorporated. Now, at the end of the day, Sister Rhonda Willingham, that's her name, and her husband, I'm telling you, this is amazing. Go to makingitcount.org. There is a website for it. Y'all can contribute, you can give, you can make donations. Makingitcount.org. Now, at the end of the day, this is what I'm talking about, building a pipeline. So she's already doing a phenomenal program that works. That doesn't cost an arm and a leg. It works. She started with this out of her own pocket. Now, listen, let me tell you what. She allowed me. Now, she doesn't let everybody come to her house. So, I can't take everybody to her house. She ain't going to let you in. But I'm going to tell you what. At the end of the day, she took me and I walked into her garage. And when I tell you from ceiling to floor, it is jam-packed with donations. And when I talk about donations, I ain't talking about no trashy kind of stuff. I'm talking about first-class quality items that she has from ceiling to floor, and everything in there is completely organized. Everything, honey, she can put her hands on anything that she wants to put her hands on, because she has completely organized that whole garage area that she has, and she has other space as well, where she is providing all of the things that she needs to give to the homeless community en masse. Do you hear what I'm saying? Again, a husband and a wife, two people. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. I'm going to keep pressing that point, because so many times we sit paralyzed and do nothing because I don't have. Baby, if you got a vision, God will give you the provision. And let me tell you how the Lord did that. She was invited to participate in something, and she needed to make an assembly line, kind of put together a bag. And so myself, along with BTD Mom and Main Man, we went down to volunteer. When I say with every vision comes provision, we went down to volunteer. When we got there, she said, let's sit down and chit chat. And we came to work. She said, you ain't got to, because somebody heard what I needed and they brought everything to me already done. Do you understand what I'm saying? Somebody heard what I needed and they brought everything I needed already done, packaged up, bow tie on it, tubs of it. Do you hear me? Tubs of it. She took me out into the garage to show me tubs. She's like, this is what we were going to do, but it's already done. Do y'all understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? That's the idea. You make one step, he'll make two. Baby, we come down here thinking that we're going to help this assembly line, just her and the three of us and the four of us, knock it out. And baby, it was already handled when we got there. God had already done the thing. And when I tell you, it was KK Michelle, thank you for liking the stream. This is what I'm trying to say, Demon Fox. If you just go ahead and whatever your vision is, whatever it is that's on your heart to do, write the vision and make it plain. Why am I telling you to write the vision? I'm saying write the vision for yourselves, because sometimes if it's not clear in your own head, if it's not clear to you the direction that you're about to take, how are you going to explain it and communicate it to others? So this making it count. Now, this is the network part. So then we moved down to Dallas, and BTD Mom has the foundation, David Ryan Foundation. And listen, y'all might as well get ready, because David Ryan Foundation is getting ready to do some things as well. And how many times can you find that out of certain tragedies, God can birth something so beautiful. Do y'all hear me? Out of pain. It's just like when you're in labor, out of the pain. You may have carried that baby for 9 months. You may have been uncomfortable. You couldn't see your toes. You couldn't bend over. Your back was hurting. It was pressing on your bladder. All of these things that made you uncomfortable. I'm talking to somebody in here. All of these things that made you uncomfortable, all of these things that had you swole up, all of these things that had your nose spread all over your face. If you're like my sister, whenever she was pregnant, she just got moles all over her whole body. It was like moles came from everywhere. It was just like a mole takeover. All of the things in the hormones that are changing, all of that pain. But when you birth out of that pain and bring that baby forth, it's such a beautiful thing. And that's what I'm saying to somebody that's listening to me right now. You feel the pain, you feel the discomfort, you feel all of those things. You see the moles popping up, and you see your nose spreading, you see your feet swelling, you see all of that, and you feel all of that. But I'm here to tell you, won't be this way always. Come on, DJ Rock and Ron. Then I'm gonna go back for anybody didn't hear me when we first came in. DJ Rock and Ron wrote to me in the chat. He said, STL, I woke up this morning singing, won't be this way always. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. When you know it won't be this way always, and you know that you're making it count, then what did BTD Mom and Main Man 68 do with the foundation? The David Ryan Foundation provides quarters for the washing of the laundry for the homeless people for making it count. You got me? So you got the David Ryan Foundation that has now networked, because we're making a pipeline, right? So we've got the David Ryan Foundation, built black for black, because this is all black, y'all. Built black for black. So we got the David Ryan Foundation that is funneling the quarters into the Making It Count Incorporated so that they can have quarters to wash the people's clothes. And come on, DJ Rock and Ron, boom! Do y'all understand what I'm saying? This is what we're building. We're building something. And this network is intended. Now, listen to me real good, because this is what I intend to do. So as I have opportunity to volunteer, I don't have Wednesdays and Saturdays, volunteers and anybody in the Dallas area that's willing to go down and volunteer. And when I'm telling you, she's got this thing, this is well-oiled machinery. You ain't got to go down and then be like, you know how sometimes it's hard to follow in places where folks don't know what they're doing. Baby, if you show up to volunteer, she's going to put you to work, and she's not going to stand there and try to, let's see, baby, this woman, when I tell you she is the epitome of organized. She is the epitome of organized. And if you show up, anybody in the Dallas area, Wednesday.
Thank you for the sub.
We're building something. Thank you so much for your subscription. And yes, we're building something. If you understand that your leadership is important, don't get the people and them be standing there talking about, let's see, I don't know what we want to do. No, that's why I'm telling you, write the vision and make it plain, because when people start showing up to support your vision, you need to be clear. You need to be crystal what it is they need to do and how and where they need to do it. So this part right here, where the David Ryan Foundation by BTD Mom and Main Man, the David Ryan Foundation has now partnered with Making It Count so that we can continue to minister and expand the services in the Making It Count program. It doesn't have to be your program. Do you understand? Oh, Demon Fox, it's okay. It's no problem. I just appreciate the subscription. We're building something. So this is what I want us to understand. At the end of the day, you don't have to be the lead. Making It Count in this scenario is the lead. So what did the David Ryan Foundation, David Ryan Charity, let me get that right, David Ryan Charity, what did the David Ryan Charity do? Hey, this is a place where we can plug in. In addition to what we're doing, this is a place that we can plug in. Do y'all understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? because it's not about competition. We are no longer worrying about who's going to get the credit and who's going, and quite frankly, I'm making this announcement about the David Ryan charity making contributions to the Making It Count only for the purpose of explaining it. But please hear me when I say David Ryan Foundation ain't out here running around in the streets talking about we're donating. No, they're not doing that. They're just quietly doing what they're doing, but they're doing it. This is what we're doing in building our Black community. I don't have to be the lead person. I know how to be the supporting cast. Y'all understand? I know how to support you in what you're doing. I know how to feed into what you're doing. I know how to undergird what you're doing. Now, this is what I'm going to say. Because I really want you to think about this. CJ Manning, good morning to you. And to everybody that's here, because I didn't come through and do my regular good morning, but I'm glad you're here. Now, so at the end of the day, this is what I want us to understand. It does not require you trying to push yourself in and on the people. If you have a program that works, people will come. So now this is what I'm going to say to us, Built Black for Black, BBFB or BB4B. Rebel, I'm going to keep telling thank you. I'm going to keep saying thank you. I'm going to keep saying thank you for that. Built Black for Black. But this is the thing. When you sow your seed, now I'm going to sound like a preacher right here, but I'm not trying to, but I am a preacher. At the end of the day, I need you to sow your seed in good soil. Some of you all need to go back and reassess where you're putting your seeds. And now I'm gonna say this, and I know, and I am a preacher and I am a pastor. So some people gonna be like, I can't believe she's about to say this, but I am. Some of y'all giving all this money to the church, you need to back that thing up and find an organization, and you might even need to do yourself. You need to find an organization that's doing something in the community, and that's where you need to seed. And I said what I said, and I'll add to it before I take it back. Come on, CJ Manning. Some of you all need to find some good soil. I don't care how much people try to stress you and put all of this pressure on you about where your money should be. If I've been giving to you for 10, 15, 30 years and you still ain't did nothing yet, you gets no more of my money. You've already got what you're going to get. I'm going to find some place because I need soil that's going to produce. And some of y'all know y'all been putting your money in your seed, your time, your volunteerism. You've been putting your time, energy, and effort someplace, and there's absolutely positively no return on your investment. None. And every time you turn around, they ready to suck you dry again. I said what I said, and I'll add to it before I take it back. And this has become a drain in the Black community because the Black community has dollars, but where we put our dollars are not helping the Black community, including in our Black churches. If your Black church, I don't care how long you've been attending there, if your Black church is sucking up dollars, having bigger building funds, having a tea and a chicken dinner and this and that and the other for the building fund you've been having for the last 30 years and ain't nothing been built yet, and your pastor got another car, a bigger house, and you can't ride in the car and you can't come to the house, you need to find some place to put your soil where you can get return on your investment in the community. I said what I said, and I'll add to it before I take it back. Because at the end of the day, now, y'all, I want you to listen to what I'm saying, and I'm not trying to be anti-church, but I'm talking about if something's not working, we need to change what we're doing. If we took all the dollars from the Black churches that we raise weekly and put all that money together, do you know how much money Black folks could have at their disposal if we just redirected and got the money from the churches that they're using to be be greedy and consume upon their own lust and do nothing for the community. And I'm going to say it again. I don't care about these churches. Well, we feed the homeless and baby, y'all get money and you get food for that through your 501c3. It has not taken one penny out of your coffers. You go over there to whoever's giving out the food. You go pick the food up from that location. I know what I'm talking about because been there, done that. Pick up the food from the location, whoever's donating it to you. You take it out there to the community, and the only thing that you got invested is sweat equity because ain't nobody paid 1 red cent, not 1 nickel for what you passing out. Stop telling me that I'm giving you my dollars and you're doing this in the community when all you're doing is distributing what you went and got from some other organization. That ain't no ministry. I said what I said. I said all you are is a distributor. Ooh, I said what I said, and I'll say it again. All you are is a distributor. Where is the money? Ooh, y'all ain't buying what I'm selling. All you are is a distributor. Show me the money. Well, show me the money. You're just a distributor. Stop playing. You ain't got 1 red nickel tied up in that. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you because you know, y'all know how I do in here. I don't just throw shade, I shed light. Now, at the end of the day, I want you all to look at, well, I'm going to say it once more and again. If we took the black dollars, good morning, Z Lady C, come on in here. If we took the black dollars that we put in the black church and put all of those dollars together, do y'all know we would have a banking institution that could really do something? Now, I just want you to stop and think about that for a second. I ain't even talking about going out and trying to raise if we took black dollars from the black churches and put all of those dollars together, do you know how much money we would have? I said what I said. Now, so at the end of it all, listen, I'm me in this studio, we just having all kind of issues this morning because I keep jumping around and I keep beating on stuff and I keep going forth. But if I don't care what it looks like, listen to what I'm saying because the things that I'm saying are more important than what I look like on this stream. Even though, child, I'm all catawampus looking like I'm drunk and everything, child. I'll tell you, my green screen, my camera, everything is just doing what it wants to do this morning. Let me listen. At the end of the day, well, you know, I done knocked the camera down. Timeout flag on the play. Y'all might see me twisted today, but listen, I'm talking up in here. Now, I'm talking heavy to the peoples. Y'all said I need a timeout. I'm flowing, KK Michelle. It ain't about the look, it's about what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, let me see. Because I look like I'm sitting, I look like I'm sideways. I'm just a little tilted to the side. Now listen. So this is what I want us to understand. When we look at what is already being done, and this is not by church, what we see in the homeless population, and as a matter of fact, can I tell the truth and shame the devil? My sister said some of the worst experience she has had. Listen, it's that BBFB coming out, truck driver. It's coming out. Built black for black. Come on, that's what I'm talking about. So at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you what my sister said. Some of the worst or least help she's gotten has been from churches in her homeless program. But that don't make no difference because, honey, she's doing the thing. Do you hear me? Now, this is what I plan to do. And I know it may feel like, man, STL, you come in here, you so hard on churches because that's the system that I come from. That's the system that I know. That's the system that I've been in all my life. And that's the system that also needs to be called into accountability because we taking folks' money and ain't doing nothing in these communities. I said what I said, and I'll add to it before I take it back. And for that, I'm going to give my own self some applause. We taking y'all's money and ain't giving y'all no services in the community back. And the services that we do provide, we're actually distributing somebody else's blessing to the community. That ain't no service. Now, at the end of the day, I want us to understand that then this is what I want to do with Sister Rhonda. This is what I want to do with making it count. This is what I want to do. And why am I so excited about it? Because it works. It's working. Now, again, y'all need to make an assessment. If what you are putting your money into is not working for the black community, I need y'all to pay attention. We rolling on the podcast in honor of Tina, Cassandra. If it's not, and I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real because you explained to me why you are collecting dollars on a weekly and collecting all kind of money, but you cannot do any. And once or twice a year ain't nothing. You know, we want to find something real small. And let me say, woo, y'all, I'm on one this morning. Let me say, churches need to count up the cost and all the loss. You having people, I'm talking real good in here. You having people come and bring whatever it is you want to do in the community and donate it to the church. That's fine and good. My challenge right now, what are you doing with those dollars? I said what I said. Now add to it before I take it back. You decide you want to do something in the black community. Listen, I'm here to tear up everything that's rotten and everything that's nasty, everything that's keeping us from getting ahead. I'm here to tear it all up because I'm tired of living like this. I'm tired of our children living like this. I'm tired of our grandchildren living like this. And we sit down and say, we ain't got no money, but I need you to reassess where your money's going. Good morning, Michelle Browno. Where is your money going and how is it being spent? Now you will tell the people, y'all bring this, that, and the other, and we gonna give it out in the community. What are you doing with the church's money? And sometimes the church folk in the church can't get no help. I said what I said. And as long as we keep that same system going on in the black church, we will still be of no effect to our community. I said what I said. I'll add to it before I take it back. Now, at the end of it all, this is where I'm saying take an assessment about where you are spending your dollars, where you are sowing your seed. Because, baby, if that seed is not producing, you might need to stop and check out the soil that you're planting it in. I said what I said, and I'll add to it before I take it back. If that seed is not producing for you, you might need to take a look at where your seed is being sown and make an assessment. Is this good soil? Now, as we move, come on, we building something. Glenda Groves, we building something. Now, what I want and would love to do is to really make it count. I can't say enough about it. Y'all go out there, making it count. Inc.org. Go out there, making it count Inc.org. Making it count Inc. I think I forgot to say the Inc earlier. .org. Making it count Inc.org. She's on Facebook, Making It Count Inc. Y'all go out there on Facebook. She's got a Cash App, $, Making It Count Inc. Listen, she got Zelle. She got all of that. And this is when I say you're trying to plant it, baby, Glenda. Plant in something that's working. Fairly all day, my dearest friend. Come on in here, sis. Nothing but mad love to you. That, honey, a whole vibe right there. Go out there and find some place where the soil is good and start planting your seed. Do you understand the words that I'm saying and the words that are coming out of my mouth? That's what I want you to do. Now, then, secondly, this is how we're going to take the world. We're going to look at everything that's working and then replicate it. Am I talking to anybody? Let's look at the things that are working and replicate it. I invite, again, anybody that's in the Dallas area. Listen, we can hook up and go down and see Sister Rhonda. She does it every Wednesday. Let me tell you about, I'm just going to talk about this today. I must be. She does it every Wednesday and Saturday without fail. You know why? She said, I don't care if it's snowing out there. They're homeless in the snow. Y'all ain't buying what I'm selling. I don't care if it's raining out there. They're homeless in the rain. I don't care if it's below zero out there. They're homeless in below zero. Do y'all understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? She's better than the post office. Neither rain nor sleet nor snow nor hail stops her from going out there and ministering. And I say ministering because that's my word, but this is a ministry. Ministering to the homeless population. And you can't get church folk to do that. I said what I said, and I'll add to it if I take it back. Oh, Pastor, it's raining. Are we gonna cancel? Oh, Pastor, they got a forecast for snow. Are we gonna cancel? That lady and her husband, regardless of the weather and regardless of what's going on, they go out there and they do what they do. Baby, they got a canceling ministry. You got one, Rebel. Listen, she without fail, regardless of the elements, is out there. Why am I talking about this? Because as we're talking about changing and making the transition that we want to see, I need folks like Rhonda Willingham that have that kind of commitment. That even when the weather doesn't fit your fancy, you are still dedicated, Rebel, dedicated to what you say God gave you, to what you say God called you to. Because so many times when it gets rough, we want to jump ship. When we get to, listen, I got you on Mother Nature, Demon Fox. Can I say this? When you know that you know that you know this is your calling, Demon Fox. And I get it. And this is where some of you all need to really stop and do an introspection. Is this really what you're called to do? Please believe me, and I'm going to say this with all love, and I love what I do. But I want you to understand there have been times that have challenged me to my core. There have been times when something in my brain said, girl, what are you doing? There's so many other things that you could be doing, and so many other things that you could be having, and so many other things that you could be. What are you doing? For your own personal comfort, for your own personal interest. But at the end of the day, every time, and y'all got to hear me, when you start talking about dedication and you start talking about, is this really what God has for me to do? Because and I'm talking even in entrepreneurship, you got to determine, is this what God called me to do? Because I don't care how rough it gets. When the going gets rough, the rough get going. When the tough get going. If you really know this is what you are called to do, even in inclement weather, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, even in inclement weather, if this is really what God called you to do, and this is really your ministry, and even if everybody else turns and walks away and says this ain't it, even if you don't get the help and the support that you feel like you deserve, in spite of all of that, if this is really what God called you to do, listen, you will still be out there. And let me tell you what, when God called you, nothing will or can stop you, Demon Fox. You better talk to me. And that includes your entrepreneurship. If that's what God, I ain't afraid of no snow, Yoshi son. If that's what God called you to, I understand when the prophet said, listen, I ain't gonna preach no more. I'm gonna go somewhere and I'm gonna sit down. I'm done with these people. They don't care. They're not interested. They're not this and they're not that. And he went and tried to sit down, but he said, it's like fire. Shut up in my bones. When you really have a call like that, baby, I tell you, even in trying to stop doing what you're called to do, even after you go sit down somewhere and say, I ain't gonna preach another word, I'm not gonna sell another thing, I'm not gonna sign another artist, I'm not whatever it is, baby, I promise you it'll be like fire. Shut up in your bones. Am I talking to anybody? Woo, I know what I'm talking about. Learn how to dance in the rain, Demon Fox. Ooh, I'm talking real good in here because we're building something. I can't build something if you gonna faint every time it gets warm. I can't build something if you gonna faint every hot day. I can't build something if you gonna faint every cold day. I can't build something if you gonna faint every time you see some sleet coming out of the sky. I cannot if it's a stormy weather day. I still need to build something. Woo! Am I talking to anybody? I'm talking good in here, K2 Hoop. I'm talking good in here. Because we're building something, but we've got to have the stamina. We've got to have the stick-to-itiveness. My grandfather used to call it, he was a preacher as well. He said, you got to have that bulldog tenacity. Y'all know they give that, listen, they give that bulldog whatever in their mouth and you can yank it around, but that bulldog will not let it go. And you got to have that determination. I will not let it go till it blesses my soul. And what is the blessing? The success of what God gave for you to do. Am I talking to anybody? Y'all can't just keep falling out, fainting every time you turn around. Ooh, Demon Fox, I'm trying to tell you, you got to have some determination. You got to have a heart of gunslinger. A heart of a gunslinger is right, K2 Hoop. I'm going to stand my ground just like High Noon. Y'all don't know nothing about High Noon. Y'all too young for that movie. I need some gunslingers. I'm here to wake up the lions that are ready to roar. Woo! Am I talking to anybody? Every time, listen, I got a good testimony I want to tell for my nephew, but I'm going to hold it. But I told him, listen, he stood fast in the hard, in the difficult days, I'm telling you, but at the end of the day, when the Bible says, you shall reap a harvest of blessings if you faint not. And some of y'all faint every time it gets 2 degrees. Listen, let me tell you about my sister, SK8843. Ooh, my sister SK8843, she keeps her house cold enough to hang beef. I said, girl, are you hanging beef in here? What's going on? Why is your house so cold? Why is your house so cold? Why, my God, today, why is your house so cold? And listen, I'm telling it's a meat locker in there. And her children are just like her. And listen, so she was trying her best to accommodate me one day. SK, you know I'm telling the truth. She was trying to accommodate me one day and she turned her air down. Meat Locker Ministries. That's what it is, K2 Hoop. Meat Locker Ministries. And she tried to accommodate me one day and I looked over at her. Child, she was fanning and she had broke out in the sweat and she looked up, she said, oh, 71 degrees. I knew it. 71 degrees, 71. 71 degrees. I knew it. I gotta stop hitting this desk. 71 degrees took her out. And some of y'all are like my sister. 71 degrees takes you out. Y'all see what she said? She was glistening. She was glistening at 71 degrees. And some of y'all glistening at 71 degrees. I said what I said, now add to if I take it back. Before the temperature gets up in the, what you gonna do in 80s? What are you gonna do in the 90s? And God forbid that it get to 100, because y'all ain't gonna make it. she was like, oh, I'm glistening. Oh, and she wasn't playing. I'm laughing, but she was serious. Oh, I'm glistening. Oh, and she has a thermostat in her house that she can look up and see from her chair. Oh, 71 degrees. I know it. Oh, 71. Oh, mother was about to faint dead away. And my teeth were chattering.
It's a rain.
Oh, it's with the party of one, LaWanda Baskerville.
Big Moochie, baby. Hey, come on, right now. This is going out to the entire set. This is going out to the whole entire set.
I love you, LaWanda. I just had to give you a little touch of Big Moochie, baby. Come on in here. Happy birthday. Is it LaWanda Baskerville's birthday? Come on. I am going to stop for that. I'm flowing up in here, but I'm going to stop to wish you a happy birthday, because this is the moderator extraordinaire, none other than LaWanda Baskerville.
Hey, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy
And thank you for coming in this morning. We wish you the happy of birthdays and many, many more. Nothing but mad love coming to you. LaWanda Baskerville is known all over the Twitch streets, everywhere, and she is the mod extraordinaire. Love us some you, LaWanda, and thank you for coming in, and thank you for that one-woman raid. We're glad to have you this morning. Now, I'm going to come back to making it count, and I think I'm going to close out with this. And, now, as I said about my sister, some of y'all, you're more than welcome, LaWanda. You are more than welcome, and thank you for coming through, and nothing but mad love to you. Now, I saw Cassandra say some of us were meant to glisten, and I'm watching you people. I'm the opposite of that, too. I am the exact opposite of that as well. Now, so what are you saying, spiritual thought leader? You all that tend to start glistening. DJ Tank, come on in here, and good morning to you. Nothing but mad love. We just jumped right in and just took off. We just took off. Like, listen, just like this is the way we took off today, the same way that Shelly Thunder sent that brother out of here yesterday. That's the way we took off today. The same way Shelly Thunder put that brother out yesterday. Woo! Cause Briscoe got blocked. Okay, let me act right. Shelly will pack you up. Shelly will pack you up, baby. She sent that brother packing yesterday. She said, I've had enough. Then, wait a minute, Block a Whole Ministry was in full effect, My Lock Journey. And see, lady, see, I'm telling you, she did. Then she did a hashtag, try Jesus, don't try us. Woo! Shelly picked him up and put him out, Rebel. I'm still, if you look over, Rebel, look over in the mod actions. If you backstage, Rebel, look over in the mod actions. She was deleting messages and she put the brother out. Woo, y'all, I know I'm not supposed to laugh, but that was funny to me, y'all. That was funny to me. Good morning, Dog Legs. Good morning to you. Shelly Thunder wasn't playing. She was sick of his tail. She had all she could stand till she couldn't stand no more. Good morning, Dog Legs. Good morning to you. Listen, I came in. She tried to give him a chance, but he would not shut it down. So she sat him down. And she said it was quick. I tell you what, my moderators, and I didn't give them their props this morning, but listen, I got the best moderators in the world. Please believe it. And listen, just like she said yesterday, y'all try Jesus, don't try us, because we don't play up in here. I appreciate my mods. Those are my beauties right there. I call them my blessed Trinity, because they take care of the lion's den to make sure y'all don't clown up in here. And she said, baby, I got some thunder for you. You better ask somebody. Once Shelly Thunder puts down that thunderclap, baby, you out of here. I see that mod love, Yoshi son. I see that mod love, SK8843. Good morning to you, Doglegs. Now, let me get back, and we appreciate it. I absolutely positively do, because, there was an intention there of other things. I see that mod love, My Lock Journey, and that's what the mods do in here. They keep this stream straight, and I appreciate them for that. They're working behind the scenes when you don't see them working, but please believe they are working for us and working on our behalf, and I appreciate that. Honey, Shelly Thunder don't play. I just want you to know. Miss Robin, come on in here. So good to see you in here. DJ Rockin' Ron, that mod love. I appreciate it. I see you, Miss Robin. Thank you for that mod love. And I love the way they do it. I love the way they do it. They are just precious to my soul. Now, this is the last thing I want to say about making it count. And this part, some of us may not, this may not resonate with you, but I want you to really pay attention. Miss Robin, thank you so much for lurking. I appreciate you. Shout out to those beautiful mods, Doglegs, because they are the bomb in the business. Now, this is the other thing that this part right here, some of you may not fully identify with this piece right here. But she said, and I want y'all to hear me when I say this, because this is an area of opportunity for me that I'm still growing in. She said, the last thing that she said, I'm talking about Sister Rhonda Willingham and Making It Count, Inc. Go out there and support her, because I'm telling you, she has done a work and is continuing to do a work here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and is getting all kinds of recognition and accolades. She's not doing it for that. She's doing it because this is her heart. This is her ministry. But she said one thing she told them, she doesn't allow them to cuss on the property, because she said she wants them, when I tell you, she and her husband went out and got that whole city block. and he's going house by house and repairing it. They provide transitional housing to some ladies that have been on the street, ladies and their children. They're in transition. They provide housing to them. And I'm telling you, this program is just, I cannot say enough good about it. And when I looked at the work, she showed me the pictures of the before and the after. I'm talking about going in and taking homes that have good bones, but the cosmetic is just horrible. And this brother goes in single-handedly and takes his time. He goes in single-handedly and does the rebuild and does the cosmetic inside. When she showed me the before and after pictures, and BTD Mom and Main Man, they're in here. They're in lurk mode right now, but they're in here. And I really don't have to say this, but sometimes people think, you know how sometimes some people have a mouth and they can talk something up. They can make something sound good that really is not good. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. You know people that got the mouth. And they can talk, they are the mouth. They can talk, they can make something sound so phenomenal. They can make it sound like they can do everything from A to Z, then A prime to Z prime, and they can't do nothing. This is real talk. And this is why I guess sometimes I feel like I'm like, let me justify this with a cloud of witnesses in case y'all think I'm just talking this up. I'm telling you, this is reality. She showed me those before and after pictures, and it's just jaw-dropping. Now, this is her take on it. And I want y'all to hear what I'm saying, because I need some of you all to adjust your energy, because you've discounted yourselves and you've discounted or misunderstood. Maybe I want to use that word. Is that the word I want? You've misunderstood the population that you're serving and how to serve them best. When you're serving anyone, they need to have some skin in the game. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. When you're serving anyone, because some of us that are givers, and some of y'all need to hear what I'm saying. Some of us that are givers, we never require that the population that we're serving has skin in the game. Ooh, that was good. Listen, I'm gonna do this for myself because that was good. That was good. That was good to me. Some of us that are givers never require those that we are serving to have skin in the game. Come on here, My Lock Journey. Some of y'all know. Come on. So at the end of the day, this part right here, and I fell quiet and really listened and took in everything that she was saying right here. And she knew she was talking to me. I know she did. Am I on your porch, My Lock Journey? Let me talk to you. Dog Legs, come on. Because at the end of the day, she laid her hand on my arm, and she looked me dead in my eye and started talking. And I know by the Spirit of God, she was speaking not just to me, she was speaking to right into my spirit, because this is my area of opportunity that I still struggle with. Crystal Method, good morning to you. Come on in here. And this part right here, I'm going to say it once more and again. For those that are givers, you have got to understand that those that you are serving must needs have skin in the game. Now, having started out, I started preaching when I was a teen. I started pastoring when I was 28. I'm basically, my next birthday, I'm gonna be 60 years old. I don't have a problem with telling my age. I've never understood folks that have this issue about, don't tell your real lady doesn't. I'm a real lady, but I tell my age and it ain't no issue. It's a hard lesson, Michelle. I want you to hear what I'm saying. And this is what happens, Michelle, because I know you and I know that you're of the same heart that I am. 20 years later, 30 years later, 40 years later, you're still in a place of struggle because you've cut off your blessing. Because if somebody is being served and blessed by you, they need to bless you back. I'm not saying this as a preacher trying to get some money. Somebody, oh, I knew she's going to come here because she trying to, no. And anybody that understands my energy and the way I operate, that is not where I'm coming from. This is a lesson that givers must learn, or you will always find yourself shortchanged from the blessing that you deserve. And it's also a lesson to teach to the people and the population that you're serving. Am I talking to anybody in here? Come on here. That part, Michelle. I'm telling the truth, SK. So this is the thing. When they come to be serviced. Now, mind you, they're getting free food. They are getting their clothes washed for free. They're getting to take a shower. They're getting all of the services that they need. And while everyone else has discarded that whole entire population, she said to them, come on, Glenda, I'm talking to y'all. Come on, Mylock, I'm talking to y'all. She said, and to those on the other side of the coin, because listen, if I need to say this to the takers, to the recipients, to the ones that are receiving, you don't ever go to somebody's space and place and just take up and eat up and do it on a continuum and never give back. As a matter of fact, at some point, you should want to pay it forward. That's a whole nother talk. I'm talking to the other, because I want to address this right here. Because when she reached out and touched my arm and began to talk to me eyeball to eyeball, and the Lord has been telling me this over and over and over again. I understand the reiteration of it right now because why? We're building something and we're moving into a different space. So we can't keep operating like we've been operating before. She said, I tell them, it doesn't matter penny, nickel, dime, quarter. But when you come, bring something. And if you can't bring something this time, whenever you can bring something, but have it in your heart to bring something. Let me stop beating on this thing. I done knocked myself down again. Listen, I need a podium. I need a lectern. I need something because, honey, I feel like beating something right now. She said, when you come, bring something, penny, nickel, dime, quarter, it doesn't matter. But bring something because this is us and what we're building together. And this is how you give and share. This is how you invest in because you need to have some skin in the game. Did y'all hear what I said? Because you talking about the homeless people? Yes, you need to have some skin in the game. Now, let me say this. You make your contribution, Glenda. And this is a thing that we've got to learn in our community all the way around. We've got to stop servicing takers and overworking givers. I'm talking about the Black community. I ain't talking about nobody else. We've got to stop. Hear what I'm saying? Over servicing takers and just having the givers that have just absolutely depleted themselves trying to give to a whole bunch of takers that give absolutely nothing back. It's not right. It's not. Y'all understand the words that I'm saying? Everybody needs to have some skin in the game. Everybody needs to have some skin in the game. And some of us have been skinned alive. Oh my God, I said something right there. Everybody needs to have some skin in the game, and some of us have been skinned alive. I said what I said, and I'll add to it before I take it back. Now, this part, and I want you to hear this real good. Down to the bone, Glenda. Now, this is what I want you to hear, because my sister, BTD Mom, she's lurking right now. She can't talk, but I can say this boldly because I know she's listening, and this is not a lie. The first day that she came and served and volunteered, and I wasn't with them, the first day that she volunteered, what Rhonda had her do was, it's a little old unassuming raggedy can. And the first day she served, when she went to volunteer, she said, what do you want me to do? I got all your white meat showing. I'm talking to somebody in here. Community is reciprocal, and everything about community is reciprocal. And this is where I have to talk, because if you're a person that's always taken away and never given back, you need to do a self introspection. You need to inspect yourself. What is it about you that's always taken away and never giving back? And I do know there are times when you don't have anything to give. That's not every time. And then listen to what I'm going to say right here. My sister was asked to hold the can and collect a donation. Now, at the end of the day, it's not like well, you can't get in unless you give. It's not that kind of party at all. But my sister said, as she stood off to the side, people were coming looking for her. BTD mom, she said people were coming to look for her because she had the can. And she said this, one man came and she looked at him because he was so excited. Hear me when I say this. He was so excited. Hear me. She said, and the man said, I got 2 pennies today because I didn't have anything last week. And he dropped his 2 pennies in there and looked just as proud could be. Woo! Y'all ain't buying what I'm selling. I'm going to say it once more and again for the people in the back. She said that man came to her joyfully, rushing to get to the can, and said to her, I'm going to put 2 pennies in today because I didn't have anything last week. You also, BTD mom just said amen. I knew you were lurking, so I didn't think you were going to be able to talk. But y'all just saw her say amen. I ain't made this up. Now she went back to lurking. And was proud and was happy and was exhilarated and was on cloud 9 because he gave everything he had somebody to, and it was 2 pennies. Am I talking to anybody? T Summers, come on in here. She's a streamer, and mad love to you. Now, this is what I want us to understand for the givers. Would he have had the pride? Would he have had the exhilaration? Would he have had the joy? Would he have sought her out gleefully if she had not given him the opportunity to bring his 2 pennies? I said something right there. It would have robbed him of his pride. It would have robbed him of his joy. Do y'all hear me talking today? Because so many times we're talking about we're doing stuff to help the community, but nobody wants to feel like I'm a charity case. Nobody wants to feel like I'm just over here and I can. Listen, I want y'all to hear what I'm saying. And we think we're doing people a service. And then you wonder why. Listen, I can be transparent here. I had a season in my life where I had to go to Catholic Charities to get some food assistance. I absolutely positively did. And I sat there, my first time ever. I could not believe it. And now I do have family, but I wasn't going to tell the family that I needed help. And now let me put that in there. Let me put that disclaimer on. I was bound and determined because I am a woman of pride. Y'all ain't buying what I'm selling. I was a woman of pride, and I can understand the dynamics going on here if y'all can listen to what I'm saying. I am a woman of pride. When I sat down in that woman's chair and filled out those papers and the tears started running down my face. I'm not lying. Tears just running down my face because I'm thinking, oh my God, I can't ever believe in my life that I would be in Catholic Charities trying to get some food assistance. And that woman looked at me and said, ma'am, why are you crying? Why are you crying? She said, that's what we're here for. And she said, there are a whole lot of people that need to be sitting in this chair that you're sitting in, but they're too proud to come in. Y'all ain't buying what I'm selling, but they're too proud to come in. And at the end of the day, what I want us to understand though, and even the way that they did it, they had it set up like a grocery store. You went in and you checked off what you wanted. And when I tell you that was so powerful, that was so powerful. That was with total dignity. And you had the whole sense of shopping and pride, Demon Fox, pride. And this is what I want us to understand. The people that we're ministering to, and you may even in your business enter a situation where you gotta always remember, while you're trying to make something in your mind easier and more comfortable for somebody else, they still have pride. And especially black folks, we are full of pride, and ain't nothing wrong with that. You're not gonna get rid. I'm not gonna preach that, honey, to get rid of the pride. No, I want you to have some pride about yourself, but I don't want you to be over to the extent where you can't ask somebody for some help when you need it. You understand the words coming out of my mouth. But at the same time, I also want you to understand in situations she understood that, because why? She had struggled with addiction. She had lived on the streets. So she knew what it was like to be homeless. And that's what she said. I wasn't on the streets wanting to be smelly. I wasn't on the streets wanting to be dirty. I wasn't on the streets wanting to be wearing the same panties the whole week and that's not what I wanted. But it's the life that I had to live, but I still had pride. Do y'all understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? I still had cocky pride. That's a whole different thing than pride. So I appreciate you for that, Demon Fox. This is where I want us to understand double spirit. Come on, that double portion is in here. Come on in here. This is where I want you to understand. Even when we're dealing with people, don't ever forget. I don't care if we're talking about criminal justice and trying to deal with people in the justice system. I don't care if we're talking about an inmate program. I don't care if we're talking about ABC. I don't care if we're ministering to sex workers, because they're still people. People have pride. Am I talking to anybody? And at the end of the day, and this is what I'm going to say to the givers, we don't allow people to maintain their pride when we don't insist and require that they have skin in the game. Is anybody talking and listening to me this morning? I'm going to say it once more and again. We do not allow people to stand, walk, talk, and live in their pride when we do not require them to have skin in the game. Can I say it once more and again for the people in the back? We deprive individuals of the opportunity to stand in their own pride when we don't ask, when we don't require, when we don't give them opportunity to put skin in the game. Because there's something about having skin in the game that makes you feel good. Now go to Shark Tank, and I'm getting ready to get out of here. My time is almost up. We're getting ready to go over to Rebels. So go to Shark Tank, and what's one of the first things that they'll ask them? They don't care how ingenious, how witty of an invention they've come up with. When they begin to ask them questions about whether or not they're going to invest in them, because they understand return on investment, ROI. Y'all put ROI. Just type ROI in the chat. ROI. Put ROI in the chat. Return on investment. One of the first things that they will do before they consider putting one penny into that person's idea, they will ask that individual, how much do you have in this. Because before you come and try to solicit my dollars out of my pocket, and before I make an investment in what you have and what you have created, I want to know how much skin in the game do you have? And if you don't have any skin in the game, I'm not going to pick this up because I want a return on my investment. And if you haven't invested anything in yourself already, you're not going to invest anything in what we're trying to do together. Am I talking to anybody? If you don't already have an investment in yourself, if you don't believe in yourself, if you haven't invested in yourself, if you haven't put up for yourself, if you haven't bet on you, bet on yourself, B-O-Y, bet on yourself, B-O-Y, bet on yourself. If you have not bet on yourself by putting your money where your mouth is, I'm not going to bet on you either because I'm not going to get a return on my investment. Am I talking to anybody in here? That's not being cruel. That's not being mean. That's not being anything but a good steward. Because, baby, if you haven't bet on yourself, B-O-Y, if you haven't bet on yourself, don't ask anybody else to bet on you either. Am I talking in here? Come on, T. I'm talking in here. So this is wisdom. Come on, SK. This is wisdom. And this is how we're building something. This is how we're bringing people into a different level of accountability. We've tried to build businesses in the past and nobody got to be accountable. You just wake up one day and say, I'm a plumber, and then rip the people off and take their money. And you ain't got nothing invested in it. Not even the time to stop and sharpen the tools and your skill. You ain't even did that, but you want to come out here and start charging the saints $10,000. Sit your lips, hips, and your fingertips down. There's going to be some accountability. If you do not have the means by which to serve the people and give them what you said you're going to give them, we are not going to support you. But at the end of the day, when we bring people into accountability, when we say, how much skin do you have in the game? Have you bet on yourself? Have you sharpened the knife? Have you sharpened the saw? Have you sharpened your skills? Are you invested in what you're doing by getting a better understanding and perfecting what it is you're doing? Have you really made the dedication that says rain, shine, sleet, or hail, I'm going to be out here doing what I feel my business is. I'm going to be out here doing what I feel like I'm called. Have you really invested yourself to the point that even when you get tired, frustrated, even when you're carrying that baby and your feet are swollen, you can't see your feet because your belly is big, your nose done spread all the way across your face, you got the pain in your back, you can't turn over every time you try to lie down, the baby is moving. Baby, until you get to the point where you will accept that pregnancy, birth that thing, and then stand with that thing even when you don't feel like it, even when you think, oh my God, this is a failure. I need you to have that space and place where you really will say down in your shondo, even if I go over here and sit down and say, I'm not going to do it. Even if you go over here and say, I'm tired of you people. Even if you say, I am sick and tired of getting up in the morning and it looked like the investment, I'm not getting a return on my investment yet. Oh, but it won't be this way always. I need you to get this thing so dedicated, so committed in your spirit, in your shondo, that even if you go sit down, it'll be like fire shut up in your bones. Woo! Am I talking to anybody this morning? You got to be that deep off into it where it's fire shut up in your bones. Woo! Am I talking to anybody? And if you ain't got it that bad, you ain't ready yet. Do y'all hear me talking? If you don't have it that bad, you ain't ready yet. I done, y'all, somebody buy me a podium. Somebody buy me a podium. Cause listen, listen, let me tell you, Big Moochie, baby.
Big Moochie, baby. Hey, come on, right now, we're going out to the entire set. You hear me? We're going out to the whole entire set. Hear my last bounce. Let's see, it's called the set slide. You gon' step on over to your right. Now step on over to your left. Step up, step back, step up. Now turn, now walk it on back. We gon' move on over to your right. Now move it on over to your left. Step up, step back, step up. Now turn, now walk it on back.
Let me get that out. It's LaWanda Baskerville's birthday, y'all. It's LaWanda's birthday. Now, I want to say, DJ Miss Classy, thank you for the raid. I couldn't stop mid-sentence because it was down in Mashando. DJ Miss Classy, thank you. She is a streamer. If you're not following her, quit your wicked ways because she's going to bless you. I see you up in here, KB Browns. Come on in here. I see you. One Reason, the Bishop of Twitch. Thank you for the raid, and we appreciate you coming from the Classy Lounge. If you're not following One Reason, quit your wicked ways. Simply Kim, I see you. Come on in here. Franitarium, I see you. So much mad love to you. 987 Quartz, I see you. DJ Miss Classy, you know I love me some you. Thank you for coming in. Miss Chocolata, I see you. Come on in here. And I appreciate everybody that rode over on that raid. I was in the middle of something right there and I couldn't stop right in the middle of it. But we are so very glad to have you here this morning. Nothing but mad love to you. Now, y'all, I'm telling y'all, return on investment. And even, can I say this to some of you business owners? Good morning, Shelly Thunder. I want to say this to some of you as entrepreneurs. And this may sound like, what? DJ I Rock Jesus, come on in here. He is a streamer, y'all. And if you're not following DJ I Rock Jesus, quit your wiggle ways. That's my brother right there. I love me some you. Now, listen. Some of your clientele are not going to give you any return on your investment. Do you hear what I'm saying? Pick your clientele. Pick your business partners. Pick everything that you're doing at this point with the understanding, what are we doing and how are we doing it? And is this a good match or nah? So this is where I want us to take what I've shared on today. This stream right here has been, this has been a stream, y'all. This has been a stream. This has been a stream. This has been a whole stream. Since coming to this stream and deciding to focus more on God than everything around me and circumstances, my entire life has changed. I woke up this morning with a blessing, and I want to say, oh, Demon Fox, you're so sweet. You are so sweet. You are so sweet. I'm so glad that you received the blessing. We're glad to have you here, Demon Fox. Thank you for coming, and I appreciate you. T. Summers, I'm just trying to tell what God wants. It's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Listen, you all, it's almost time for us to go. I see you, Glenda. You all have been beautiful with me today. And at the end of the day, I didn't follow any of the protocol that we normally have in the channel. Know that I appreciate everybody on all of the platforms. Return on your investment, SK8843. Pay attention. Return on your investment. And where are you planting that seed? What kind of soil are you planting in? And that includes your clientele. That includes your business partners. That includes everything about y'all. I want y'all to pay attention. Now, I'm going to do this and we're going to get ready. I've got a couple of minutes left before I go to the Rebel Inc. But I don't normally do this, but I want you to, thank you, Glenda, thank you. And I'm gonna say once more and again, anybody in the Dallas area, the Dallas-Fort Worth area, if you wanna go with me and hear and witness and volunteer, we're not just gonna go watch, but do whatever we can fairly all day. So much mad love to you. Until next time, my dearest friend. I don't normally do this, but this is what I'm gonna do today because because when DJ Rockin' Ron said he woke up this morning with "It won't be this way always," I'm just gonna play the actual track. And this is still permission. I've got permission from Regina Sims, who is the artist. And any of the DJs, any of the gospel DJs that want this track, she's giving me permission to share it with you as well. But listen, I want us to understand we're building something. And at the end of the day, can this just minister to you before we get up out of here? Just let this bless you. I feel this is the way I want to close today before we do our official close. And let's just listen to this for a second.
Be encouraged today, for it won't. Sometimes in life, you may have to go through. They talked about Jesus. People gonna talk about you. Yes, they will. Sometimes in life, there are problems on every side. Your heart may be troubled, but I have this blessed consolation that there's a bright side, and it's free from pain and care, and it won't be this way. Sometimes in life, there's sunshine, there's rain, tears to shed, burdens to bear, sorrow, grief, and pain. Sometimes in life, you may be ridiculed and suffer shame. Faint not and don't get weary, for you see your laboring is not